Chapter 381, The First Day of the Saint Academy Examination. This chapter is updated by novels.pl. I am better than you, Seek Sinkong said afterwards. I have practiced with 2,400 drops of vital essence and greatly increased the speed of our practice with the dragon's blood. By my calculations, I can reach the advanced stage of the heaven realm before the year is out. Chang Kiki also nodded his head. Without the dragon's blood, it would have taken him 3 or 5 years to reach his current cultivation realm. Because of this, he owed thanks to Zhang Yuochen. If Zhang Yuochen had not brought them to the underwater dragon palace, it would have been impossible for them to gain the dragon's blood, and even more impossible for them to attend the exam at Saint Academy. Thanks to his dragon's blood, he had gained the long-cherished opportunity to become a Saint of the Saint Academy. Everybody was talking and laughing. Only Duanmuk Singling remained silent. She seemed to be upset about something. Zhang Yuochen cast a glance towards Duanmuk Singling and noticed her difference in mood. Senior Sister Apprentice Duanmu, he said, "What are you thinking?" Duanmuk Singling was startled by Zhang Yuochen's words. "It's nothing," she hastily said. "I'm just very happy to see Senior Sister Disciple Luo and Sister Chen again." Indeed. Luo Shuaihan, Huang Yanjun and Chen Xia will be attending the exam here in Saint Academy. To attend the exam, Chang Kiki said with excitement. "We'll finally be able to reunite." Following after Lei Jing, Zhang Yuochen, Seek Sinkong, Chang Kiki and Duanmuk Singling rushed to the Saint Academy. Crowds of people had gathered outside the Saint Academy, all of them internal students of the School of the Martial Market. Their numbers could not be counted at a glance. Some of them had been waiting here since last night. Some of the prestigious students rode in non-elegant carriages drawn by savage beasts, directly entering the gate of the Saint Academy without needing to queue up. This roused the envy of the other students. "That's Xia King, the god-favored son of the Saint Xia Gentry. There goes a half-saint from the Saint Xia Gentry. He's a lecturer at the Saint Academy." No wonder Xia King doesn't have to queue up. He can directly enter the Saint Academy to attend the first round of the exam. While others were talking, Zhang Yuochen glanced towards the carriage. He saw a young man in a white embroidered robe sitting in the carriage, a fellow with sharp eyes and a dignified air. 4 brute elephants in golden armor pulled the carriage along, marching forward at a slow, seemingly momentous pace. Behind the carriage came 36 young warriors, men and women who had all cultivated to the heaven realm. Each of them was brimming with spirit and had spiritual blood filled with vigor. Spiritual chi circulated through 100,000 of the pores in their bodies. They were obviously not common warriors. 36 of these young warriors were also outstanding talents cultivated by the Saint Xia Gentry, sent to attend the Saint Academy's examination along with Xia King. These saint families are definitively powerful if they can actually cultivate this many young geniuses, Seek Sinkong said in a shocked tone. If this current generation of Saint Xia Gentry students are so outstanding, how terrible will they be dozens of generations from now? Lei Jing said, "That is the intrinsic, insurmountable difference between powerful saint families and other clans. Who knows how many powerful saint families there are in the entire eastern region?" The appearance of dozens of genius Saint Xia Gentry students outside the Saint Academy truly caused quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, some with whispers of awe, others with hisses of envy. The genius students from the South Cloud Commandery stood among the crowd and stared at the Saint Xia Gentry carriages. Zhu Yingru looked at Xia King as he sat in the carriage, a strange look visible in her beautiful eyes. There was no doubt in her mind, only someone like Xia King, the god-favored son of a powerful saint family, would be a match for her. If she could become a woman like Xia King, someday she could stand in that very spot. In that moment, a sound like a tsunami came from the crowd. "The god-favored son of the East Region Saint Mansion is here." My god! The East Region Saint Mansion actually sent much more geniuses than the Saint Xia Gentry did. The Jins are an aristocratic family from the East Region Saint Mansions that date back to the Middle Ages. Their power is leagues above that of the common saint families. They truly are one of the top clans. Zhang Yuochen was shocked. He thought about Huang Yanjun and Chen Xia, Weren't they from the East Region Saint Mansions? Zhang Yuochen scanned the ranks of East Region Saint Mansion members, looking for Huang Yanjun. The East Region Saint Mansion contingent was led by 3 violet gold carriages more than 10 meters tall. These vehicles, less carriages and more like 3 small palaces, slowly lumbered forward. These 3 violet gold carriages were each pulled by a 5th-level savage beast, a Qilin. These 3 Qilins pressed forward bridle to bridle, emitting a powerful savage beast aura that squashed the momentum of the Saint Xu gentry. 3 talents sat alone in each of the 3 violet gold carriages, 2 men and 1 woman. They were the most outstanding talents in the current generation of Juns. Though they were not saintly beings, their strength was very close to that of saintly beings. Behind the violet gold carriage marched 157 young warriors in the Heaven Realm, talents cultivated by the Juns who had come to attend the Saint Academy exam. Even after looking for quite a while, Zhang Yuochen did not find Huang Yanjun and Chen Xie. He was a bit surprised. At that moment, Zhang Yuochen felt the sensation of someone staring at his back. It was Huang Yanjun's aura. Zhang Yuochen smiled slightly and twirled around to look. Huang Yanjun, dressed in a silver robe, stood more than 30 meters away in a silver robe, her hair colored a royal blue. She stood there, chest out thrust with pride, holding a white combat sword in her hands. She raised her chin with pride, a bitter icing air pouring off her body. She seemed to be keeping her distance from the others. Before Zhang Yuochen could walk over, Juan Mook Singerling reached Huang Yanchen and hugged her. "Sister Chen, I missed you so much," she said excitedly. "Say, why aren't you with the young geniuses of the East Region Saint Mansions?" Chen Xie walked up to them from behind. "We are students of School of the Martial Market in Omen Ridge," she pointed out with a smile. "Since we're going to attend the Saint Academy's examination, we certainly ought to be by your side." Upon saying those words, she cast a glance towards Zhang Yuochen and provocatively fluttered her eyelashes. Luo Shuaihan, clad in a white veil, walked out of the crowd and stared at Zhang Yuochen. "Junior fellow apprentice Zhang," she said in a cold voice, "I have succeeded with my practice." Nobody but Zhang Yuochen knew what Luo Shuaihan meant. Luo Shuaihan must have succeeded at practicing the movement of the first half-saint's sacred glyph technique left by Luo Xu. She had awoken her saintly being and gone through a metamorphosis. Zhang Yuochen was very pleased. "Congratulations, senior sister disciple Luo," he said in a bright tone. "I must thank you. Without your help, I couldn't possibly have succeeded." Although Luo Shuaihan stood right in front of Zhang Yuochen, she was cloaked in clouds of fog that flowed around her. It was like she was standing in a distortion of space and time, obscuring her beauty in people's eyes. Without the use of his sky eye, even Zhang Yuochen could not perceive her. She must have succeeded in mastering her saintly being. Chang Kiki laughed out loud. "Now that we're all here, today is the day we redeem the name of School of the Martial Market in Omen Ridge. Today's the day we show up everyone who looks down upon us and thinks that people from a remote area like us can't do anything. Everyone try your best to pass the exam and become a saint." Today the first round of the exam will take place. "This round is not so strict," Luo Shuaihan said. "With this Saint Academy token of mine, we can directly enter Saint Academy to attend the exam without queuing up. Everyone follow me." Luo Shuaihan took the first step forward. Zhang Yuochen and the others followed behind him.